You had lots of time to get your chatter out. I need you to turn your voice off now. If your Chromebook is currently open, would you please close it? Eighth graders, zip it. All right. Thank you for closing your Chromebooks. I understand it says fall 2014. We're just gonna do a little fall 2022. It's still fall for a few more days, right? Technically, till the 21st. Yep. The 21st is the first day of winter. So regardless, we have a few more days of fall. All right. Are we there and settled and ready to focus? In 2006, NASA's Stardust mission was the first mission to bring back captured particles of a comet's tail for scientists to study. Thank you. The particles were safely collected and returned in a sample room capsule. Elena. The SRC is an aerodynamic canister with a heat shield, navigation equipment, and of course the sample container. It withstood the heat of re-entering Earth's atmosphere and landed intact in a dry lake bed in Utah, returning this important cargo back to Earth. NASA is currently planning the Mars sample return mission to be conducted in the future, and this mission will use robotic systems and Mars Ascent rocket to collect and send samples of Martian rocks, soils, and atmosphere to Earth for detailed chemical and physical analysis. We can probably look into that and see where they are on that mission and if they have completed that mission or not, huh?
I mean, probably because it said 2014.
Your task is to design, construct, and test a sample return capsule. During the test, the sample will be an uncooked raw egg. Your SRC with an egg inside will be dropped from a distance equal to a second-story window. To be entirely successful, the egg must land without breaking its shell or yolk. So it's gonna come off of the roof essentially, which would be the second story of the building.
Break yolk.
How do you break a yolk?
Yeah.
You're making me
Yeah, you break. How do you know?
It's not that difficult.
Yeah, that's the shell.
Well, if the shell doesn't break, we can open it up and see if the yolk is broken, right?
Yeah.
All right, we've attached more information that will help you completing your engineering project. Please read this material carefully so that your project will be a success. So I'm giving you this because over break is a time when there's lots of garbage that we
In my room.
have, right? Well, I'm just thinking like packaging and Christmas paper and
Room. I'm just gonna.
your bedroom, I don't know.
And all the stuff you could. Like.
Yes, lots of packaging, right? So this includes some design guidelines, scoring for the drop tests, and what it means to be a team. So you are going to be working in a team that
How many?
I will be choosing for you.
When are you picking them things today?
Not today,
You
nope.
should pick them today.
I'm just giving you information so you can collect things over break. All right, are your voices still off and you're still paying attention?
Yes.
Well, at least some of you are honest. As we realize that you are junior engineers, still completing your education, we have made special arrangements with the wonderful science teachers at Owasso Middle School to also count this project as a very important grade in your science class. So that will know how your teachers will grade the project. We have also included that information. We hope that your engineering team will take on this challenge. We at NASA believe that this mission will play an important role in increasing our understanding of the origins of the solar system and universe, as well as our human experience. So we hope that your SRC will help us make this possible. Interplanet Janet. Interplanet Janet. All right, I don't have a ton of details for you yet, but next semester we will delve deeper, right? Next semester. All right, careful spacecraft design and testing ensures the success of a mission. Some factors that enter into the design include your voices should be off. You should not be talking right now. You are in 8th grade. You know what a level 0 is. Xander, you need to figure out how to return Chromebooks without being a disruption. Stat. All right. So mass, the more massive craft, the more expensive it is to launch. Launch stresses. The instruments need to be sturdy enough to survive the force of rocket liftoff and impact with the ground. Temperature extremes. Gabby. In the hostile environment of space, the side of the spacecraft facing the sun reaches temperatures of 120 degrees, while the other side plummets to negative 120 degrees Celsius. Mission objectives. In the case of Mars sample return mission, robots will collect Martian rocks, soil, and atmosphere. Use a rocket to lift the sample return capsule with the samples of the planet's surface and guide them to Earth's orbit, yada, yada, yada. All right, your device must be an original design. So you can't go searching for a design on the interweb. It can be constructed of recycled material. Put your hand down and listen. No glass, Anders, or food items. Materials may not, Andrew, be purchased for the competition. It's time to dig through the trash. Yes.
Maybe an old BBC fight.
Potentially.
Yes.
Potentially, yes. Yes. It is an assessment grade, yes. Question type.
My friend. And then get it out, is it correct? Technically, yes, because it was in the trash. And what if I bought from home people, used it, then destroyed the thing I used? That is not just violent.
Okay. What if you were all just really quiet by now so we could get through this and get on with it? We need to get on with it, right, McKenna? Yeah, we gotta get on with it. All right. Before releasing it, it must be able to fit in a 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter box. A centimeter is like, yeah, probably from one side of your finger, from like here to here.
That's 20 centimeters.
Let me find my ruler.
Display all day.
20 centimeters, not 1 centimeter.
Well, I thought that was one.
No, that's 1 centimeter.
Oh, what? You go home, you got one more, and that'll be part of that.
Yeah. One thing I think you want.
Alright, so here's 20 centimeters.
No, that is not.
So 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters.
Why would you want
No, 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter by 20 centimeters.
Calculate it, measure it.
How many inches is 20 centimeters? It is one. It's about 8 centimeters. I'm sorry, 8 inches.
Okay, yeah, that's.
So 20 centimeters is about 8 inches. Are we good? Once the device is released, it may take any shape or size. It must also fit in your locker. So, what does that mean? So maybe after it's out of there, I don't know if you have like squishy cushions that you could squeeze into the box, I don't know. Or like something that comes out of it, right? So be thinking of what that means for your device. There will be no physical contact with the device and the designer once the device has been released. So you can't have anyone like down catching it or being the one dropping it. The egg must be put into the design on the day of the competition. So obviously we don't want stinky, nasty eggs being put in there. So your design must allow for easy opening and inspection of the egg.
What if I like use a solid rock?
Yeah, can I bring a soda spoon and just? touch
Well,
the light that I use?
You would have it cut and then have some way to secure it closed, right? So that you can put it in and close it back up, yes. Evan. That's the roof, essentially.
You're trusting us to go on the roof?
No, I'm not trusting you to go on the roof.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
What?
All right.
Down below by ourselves?
All right. So opening and closing of the packages will be accomplished in the same period of time for all contestants. So you'll have 2 minutes to open and close your design. Recall that putting things into space requires great amounts of energy and fuel and therefore is expensive. The lighter the SRC, the less cost there is associated in launching the SRC into space, which increases the feasibility of your SRC. I'm really getting tired of having to talk over you. Please turn your voice off. Repairs requiring additional materials will not be allowed once the competition has begun. Be prepared to clean up your mess if necessary. The device must not pose any danger to spectators. Good engineers test their designs many times in order to perfect the design.
Yes, after one. I was thinking about like putting a nail gun inside of it and an automatic. Down into the.
All right. Here we're getting into what you're being graded on. Are you guys ready? It might take all hour just to get through this. Yikes.
Yeah, I probably was.
Or you just put our group together.
McKenna, Gavin, will you guys return to your original seats, please? All right.
I'll bring over group together. 3, 4, 5.
Guys, we're trying to get through this, but I need you to be quiet. In order for any project to be a complete success, it is important that members of a team work together at all times. This means that you respect the ideas of others and that everyone does their fair share of the work. To do this, determine what strengths each member of the team has, divide the tasks that have to be done so that everyone is contributing and that what each team member does benefits the whole team. So some of you in our projects before have really relied heavily on other team members. All right, after the competition, each student will complete a report that will count Guys, that will count as the test for this unit. The report and test will be completed individually. Competition score. Each SRC will receive a score during the competition. Projects that successfully protect the egg and are lightest in mass will earn the highest scores. So this score will also be a factor in your grade. You will receive 2 grades for this project. The report, which is the test graded with the IB rubrics A, C, and D, and the SRC grade. Here is the SRC grade. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Originality and quality. So is the design unique, creative, and of high quality? Has the team put thought and effort into producing the SRC, or have they thrown it together the night before the competition? Teamwork. Has your team members worked cooperatively to achieve a common goal? Points will be deducted if a consultant, aka Mrs. Lobb, must intervene to solve team conflicts. Here, so that's your base score of 20 points. Mass factor. Based on the scale below, your base score will be increased or decreased depending on the mass of your SRC. Remember, the lighter, the better. If your egg does not survive the drop, your base score will be multiplied by a factor of 80%. So here is your mass factor. If it's greater than 60 grams, you're only going to get 75% of those 20 points. So if you had all 20 of those points, you would lose what? A quarter of them. So
16
5 of them.
Yeah, how many?
You would lose 5.
How many ounces are in a gram?
Pounds.
How many pounds is 6? How many pounds is 6 out of a gram?
Yeah, I need like a 16. I really need this good grade.
How many?
Yeah, no, I really need that.
How many pounds is 60 grams? 60 grams is 0.132 pounds. No, no. Your mass is based on your materials only.
How are we gonna weigh that? What do we weigh that?
With a digital scale. Like a food scale. A food scale, not a food stand. All right. All right, now, so essentially you need to shoot between 26 to 30 grams to get all 20 of those points. Remember, if your egg doesn't survive the drop, you're going to lose 20% as well. So even
based on how smart you
if you get all 20 of these points, 20%, well, 10% would be 2, so you would lose 4 points. If your egg broke, then you would get an extra 15%. So you get an extra 3 points. So you'd have 23 out of 20. So you can get assessment extra credit and get 115%.
And then you'll get a 90.
All right. I just dropped the egg. If you dropped the egg, dropped the egg, just dropped the egg, you would have like 0 points here for originality and quality. Look, look at what I'm grading you on. Guys, is the design unique, creative, and of high quality?
Maybe having eggs with smiling face on it. That's creative.
High quality? You got a flake of gold out of the garbage. Alright, guys, I'm over the hypotheticals. This explanation should not take this long. Alright, they go through some examples here of what your grade might look like. So if you earn all 20 of your points and it survives, but your mass is a little bit less, you might only get an A or a little bit more rather. You might only get an A minus. If it doesn't survive, you only get 80%. So you lose 20%. Think of it, yes, question. So your shell and your yolk have to be intact. Then your egg did not survive. Right. Alright. I'm giving you close to 15 minutes right now. Xander, sit down. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down some ideas of materials that you can save over break. And I want you to listen, please. And I want you to write your top 3 choices of people to work with. 1, 2, 3. So first thing you're doing is brainstorming. Brainstorm. Materials. And then, guys, I want you to write your top 3 choices for group members. 1, 2, 3. So just write one person's name here. One person here. One person here. I don't want like what your top 3 groups are. I just want to know your top 3 people that you would like to work with. All right, try those. All right. Use this time, please.